Disrespecting is you will lead to regret it, but that's something so. Like so, the link to the video with the discipline below. Go and check them out. So let's into disrespecting in 3, 2, 1. Really?
Sorry, that was for the thumbnail. Scary things. A monster under the bed. A
Yeah.
figure at the end of the hallway. A creak in
Yeah.
the floorboard. Going to school naked. All terrifying situations. However, if we step away from the more unrealistic things and look at the more possible situations, the fear can get even more scary. And of those more realistic fears, what is the most common? Death. But after that, probably public speaking, performing. Now I split that into two different things because public speaking, I know that affects a lot of people, but I'm lucky enough that it doesn't affect me. However, it is very situational. If you put me right now in a room full of 300 people and you said you have to read this speech to them, I would be like, oh wow, that's a little bit scary, but I would do it because I wouldn't be that scared to do it. Now if you put me in a lecture room where I'm sitting in the audience and someone calls upon me, totally nervous. But for some reason, being the center of attention doesn't affect me that much. However, while public speaking or giving a speech doesn't really scare me that much, performing does. All throughout high school, I was in my school's jazz band. Now the jazz band was awesome because you could get solos and you would play these big songs. And eventually, when I got old enough, I got my very own solo. And boy, let me tell you, I was terrified. Because I had never performed in that way before. You have to stand up, puff your chest out, and play as best as you can, and everyone can hear you. Now there were 2 times I soloed in high school. One of them, I killed it. One of them, I didn't kill it so much. Now let's focus on the second one, because in the first one, yeah, I killed it, I'm awesome, I get it. But in the second one, I kind of messed up. I kind of got up there, played my thing, and I messed up. And I was so upset. I was so upset for the whole night. And I came home, my parents were like, oh, that was so good. And I was like, no. And my parents actually recorded it and they showed it to me. And I was like, huh, who really cares if I messed up a little bit? You can't even notice. Who cares?
Who cares?
I care. So while public speaking doesn't really affect me that much, performing does. Which puts me in an interesting position. Because though I am terrified of performing, or have been at least, I has been terrified of performing. Now, as I get older, I'm beginning to see the appeal a little bit more. I like being front and center. I've started to realize that if I like speaking in front of people, why don't I like performing? On top of that, I love acting. I love theater. I love musicals, though I don't know if I have the best voice. I don't know if my musical dreams will ever come true. But I've always really wanted to act. And as I get older, I'm starting to realize, maybe it doesn't matter that much. Maybe it's time for me to give it a shot. For example, I'm acting right now. I don't actually talk like this in real life because honestly, what have I got to lose? My dignity? There's not much of that to begin with. I've already told this story on this channel, but in my junior year of high school, I was in an acting class, which I wanted to take, but when I got there, I was terrified. And I don't know why I was terrified, but I was. Looking back at it, I should have loved that class. If I took that class right now, I would have loved it. But I was a deeply, deeply nervous person. So I feared for myself every time I had to give up and do a sonnet or something. But now it's like 3 years later, I'm looking at myself and I'm thinking, like, what was different? If you could see what this filming was like, if you were in the room with me right now, you would think it is the most awkward thing ever. There is nothing more awkward than sitting in front of a camera trying to just freeball it and talk to the camera. Like, I don't even know why I used the term freeball there, but I did. I'm getting a little bit off track now, I'm rambling. If I, a very, very deeply nervous person, can find the will to want to go and perform or audition somewhere, so can you. I guarantee it. Because let me tell you 2 things. One, if you don't do it and you really want to, you're gonna regret it. I regret not doing that stuff in high school. I regret not enjoying that class more in high school. Luckily, I still have plenty of time to enjoy that stuff. Now, number 2, you're not that cool. You don't have that much of a presence that if you went up on stage and completely embarrassed yourself, people would remember.
I was a cool eater. From Until She Love, I was bullied. You know.
I'm sorry,
I was bullied my Until She Love, you know.
I don't want to be mean. I think I'm pretty cool. I think I'm a pretty cool person all around. I'm not cool enough to avoid doing something I want out of fear of being embarrassed. I'm just not. No one is. And that doesn't just apply to performing. It applies to doctoring, to surgeoning, to nursing, to writing a book, becoming an engineer, anything.
Yeah.
There are ways to make that type of stuff happen. Don't put yourself in a box. Just don't. That being said, that's gonna be the whole video. I hope this one came out well. And I hope it made sense. If it did, and if I spoke in coherent sentences, that means you have to subscribe. You can do that right here, or you can check out my main channel, The Nothing Show, right here. There's a brand new video that just dropped, and it is a really good one. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but
Hmm. That was you relate to regret it, but that's me so. I want I also want to like yeah, I think I'll be really good at acting, you know. The link to the video will be the description below. Go and check them out and drop a like if you like, and comment below if you want to see more reaction like this one. And subscribe if you're new, and click the bell so you can be notified when I upload and when I post in my time. Wow.